So they didn't enlist you to go over there yet, did they?
Over where?
Israel.
No.
Okay, it is 6:30. We will call the October 9th, 2023 meeting to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everyone. Okay, so on the approval of the agenda, we have two things to add. We need to add approval of the September budget hearing minutes, and also we're adding the Butler land is for sale, just south of the office. So
Do you want to put the minutes at the end, Mr. Chairman, or just put them after the regular minutes?
I am going to put them in the front of the regular minutes, because
Okay.
they were actually first.
Before, yep, that's fine.
So,
Just clarification.
yeah, and then that Butler land thing will probably go
22.
after water rates or something like that.
Okay.
So we have a motion to approve the agenda.
I do approve them.
Second?
Okay, Tim?
Yes.
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 Yes. Okay, so first of all, it's the approval of the budget, or the September 11th budget hearing minutes.
So move.
Second?
Questions, corrections? Tim?
Yep. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And then, now approval of the September 11th regular meeting minutes. Everybody have a chance to review those?
Yes, you did. I'll move to approve.
Second?
Questions, comments? Tim?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so, okay, everybody have a chance to review the August financials? They weren't available at last meeting. Everybody have a chance to review that? Questions, comments on it?
No.
Make a motion to approve the financials?
Second.
Tim?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And that was the August financials.
Yep.
Now, the September financials, everybody have a chance to review those?
Yes, I did. I will move to approve.
Second?
Okay, questions, comments? Tim?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, we got planning and zoning recommendations. Chelsea?
We had Carla Klein was just a merger of two lots, pretty simple for hers, and at the recommendation from planning and zoning, there was no discrepancy with those, nothing at the public hearing from anybody to fight that one either, so at the recommendation from the planning and zoning committee for the commission to approve that one.
I'll move that we approve.
Second?
Discussion? Tim?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, and then planning and zoning recommendation, Mark Craig?
He bought some land down by the river. He did a replat and combined 6 lots, and then there was an alley through there, and then there was 2 lots down below. And I guess if you guys do want to look at that one, because we do have to sign that, his
So
replat is sitting right there. But nothing wrong with that one either, just so that he had more. He was a little confused, just more, 1 tax statement or 2 tax statements versus, I think he had 4 then. So at the recommendation at the planning and zoning to approve that one for the commission as well.
Yeah, just cleaned his property up.
Yes.
Yep.
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 I make a motion to approve it?
Second.
Discussion? Tim?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I like when I don't have to call everybody's name.
The what?
I like when I don't have to call everybody's name. Makes it nice. Riverside 4-H Club meeting, waiver of fees. Do we have a representative?
Yes.
Come on up. Come on up, Jessica.
I am Jessica Huff, one of the leaders for, I don't know, where do you want?
Anywhere you
Just
want
grab
to
a
sit.
chair.
For Riverside 4-H, and we are asking if we can use the, I believe, dining hall, the basement of Memorial Hall for our meetings, the second Sunday of every month at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. They're about an hour in length, or 2 hours at most. We're wondering if we can have the fee waived so that we can use our funds that we do get for project supplies for the kids. We have speakers that come in, try to, you know, if they need reimbursement or something for a speaker to come in from out of town or something. We can use those funds for something towards the kids instead of paying for a monthly bill that.
Do you need the kitchen at all down there?
No, we wouldn't use any of that. It would just be tables and chairs. So
Okay.
You're meeting once
Conduct.
a month?
once a month, yeah.
Okay.
Or
Oh, once a
once a month, yep. It'd be the second Sunday of the month.
And you would use the back door to get in there?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I think,
That's what we just did yesterday. It was our first meeting, and we couldn't get to the commission meeting
Right.
prior to that, so we did pay that fee and had our first meeting there yesterday, and it worked really well.
How many people are you talking about at a meeting?
Yesterday we probably had around 20 or so between parents and kids, and that's probably what it will be on average.
And who clean up afterwards then?
It would be our members, our club members.
Okay.
We put everything back to where we found it.
I think, you know, just and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong on what we've done in the past, but we have other groups that come in there that pay, the ones that we waive fees for are usually those that are doing charitable things,
Okay.
you know, for, the Lions raising or someone doing a fundraiser or something like that. So there are other groups that, Taekwondo, the basketball,
Okay.
intramural basketball,
Archery.
all of those things, you know, pay that $15
Yep.
fee too, so,
Okay.
They only pay $10.
or $10,
Yep.
because they're not using the,
Correct. They, and I guess to keep it universal, if we're gonna do that, just, it's the $10, that every time that they're in there.
for. the-
I think we could do a $10 for them
Right,
as
yeah.
well, yep.
Okay.
but like
If you
I said,
were
it's-
gonna do that.
I
Sorry.
appreciate what you're doing, but we wouldn't be treating
That
the
makes
others
Yeah.
the same way,
Yeah.
you know.
That makes sense. I mean, we try to do some community service things
Correct.
with our meetings, but
Yeah.
yes, I mean, we're not
Yeah.
probably doing that every single time, so
Okay,
I would.
so what, is it a 10 or a 15, you know? Or what is this discrepancy?
The sporting events, usually when we're in, it's, and how it's filled out is, how it's on there is, we charge them 10. The 15 was just based off of how this is filled out,
Okay,
but to keep it universal with, I guess, how it's doing, and she's here, I think if we would just wanna do it, we could just say the $10.
Each time?
Yeah, and that's how it is.
Per month, yeah.
And, 'cause it's the second Sunday of the month, correct?
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
just so I have that
Yeah.
on there, we
Yep.
can make sure I put it on your, form, then we can get it on the calendar.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, and it's just,
I mean, it's kinda up to you guys on how you want to do that, being as they did ask for a waiver of fees, if we wanna meet in the middle, just of, I know, yeah, the archery club, it's the $10, basketball, $10.
I think we need to remain consistent.
right, yeah, so.
Does that work for you?
Will that work for you?
Does that work for you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we can make that work.
So really you wouldn't.
I mean, I'll take it back to my club and see what they say, but
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
it's-
what they
$10
do.
is all, nothing.
So we wouldn't need any action, because we're not.
I don't know off,
Okay.
yeah, 'cause I don't do a lot with the, Erica usually takes care of that, so I guess off the top of my head, I don't know what homeschool is. They might, I think, do to pay more than that.
I think we did, yeah.
So if you
We can
have,
address
say,
that,
like,
Becky.
a day where you have soda and cookies and that kind of stuff for the kids or whatever, would you, let Chelsea know in case we have to do some additional cleanup or something?
Like if we needed to use the kitchen or other
Right, yeah.
facility. Yes, yeah, we would definitely give a heads up on that.
So do we need a motion to deny this then, being how it's a request?
We need a motion to probably adjust it,
Okay,
you know.
okay,
You know, we can act on the request with what we would accept.
okay. I would move that we would deny the waiver of the fee, but we would adjust it to the $10 fee.
I'll second.
Any other discussion? Tim?
Yes.
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 Yes. Very good, thank you for coming.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for being
That was
understanding.
painless, huh?
Yes, yeah, I can handle that.
Okay.
Naming site, Ken's Cabin for the American Legion. Don, you're a Legion member. Speak.
What?
So basically, it's, basically transferring, I guess, from to the new owners, plus they are adding bingo back into it. Correct, Chelsea? I believe.
Yeah, Terry did come in, back in, Terry stopped in today, and they did check on here, for blackjack as well.
Oh, they did?
Yes. So it'll be bingo, pull tab dispensing device, the electronic pull tabs, prize board dispensing device, and 21.
Did he say where they'd be doing the blackjack at?
He did not.
Out in the bar or back in that gaming room?
I don't think there's any room in that gaming room.
Well, they used to do blackjack back there, I
Oh, did
believe,
they? Oh,
at one time.
When they remodeled, the blackjack was all, in that back.
Oh, was?
Right.
Yes,
Okay.
yep.
all right,
And
well, that's fine.
I don't know if that's where they're gonna keep it all back there with the whole
Okay.
intentions of having kind of all the gaming back there and up front for the eating.
Eating in the bingo, probably.
Yep.
Okay.
If
We don't
anything's
have to
different.
know
I guess
what-
I don't know when the new owners take over, if they have different plans or not, so.
Right.
We really don't have to know where they do the bingo and the blackjack, do we?
I mean, no, but they're looking for approval for the entire bar area plus gaming alcove, so that's what, I guess, the entire
You
area.
know,
They cover themselves
when
that
they-
way.
When they
Yeah.
reapply for a license, game license, they have to give us like a drawing of everything,
Mm.
but they already have that. They're just transferring it, I think, so I think this would probably suffice, right?
Yeah,
would
I think.
so.
So
The
how does
blackjack's not up there currently. They pulled the blackjack right now, but
Right. Comments?
So how does that work with the liquor license then? We don't do anything with the liquor
No.
license, do we?
We already did that.
That
That's
goes
already
through the
been-
state and everything.
it's already been transferred.
Yeah, we
That
already,
was at last
we already
meeting.
voted on that last time, so. Okay. Tim, you look deep in thought.
It's a first. If there isn't anything against ordinance or century code, I don't have a problem with it, so.
And it does go through the Attorney General's office as well.
Right, yeah, and they're pretty diligent about checking all that stuff.
They are lately.
We found out, yeah.
Yep,
So,
they are very diligent lately.
And they've had all this up there before.
Right, so I would move to approve that, so.
I'll second it.
Tim?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, application tag. I don't see Rachel.
That's me, she's out of town.
And so Rachel's gone.
Change your name.
No, yeah. She said she was gonna be out of town.
We're just looking for a permit to do the 50/50 raffles that they have at the basketball games.
Same as every other year,
Same as
correct?
every other, yeah, nothing different.
Okay.
Must be working then, right?
So far, so good, I think. We'll take whatever we can get.
Has it been going pretty well?
Some days are better than others. It kind of depends on
Yeah,
the crowd.
okay.
Yeah,
Like some of the double headers usually do pretty well, and I think we're gonna be splitting it to some degree with, the sports boosters might do some also.
Oh, okay.
So I think we're kind of splitting the dates.
Sure, okay,
okay,
nice.
well, thanks for doing that, so, move to approve that.
Second.
Further discussion? Tim?
Yep, yes.
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 Yes, thanks for coming.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
Sales and use tax, McLean County Historical Society. Rhonda,
Come on up,
come
Ron.
on up.
Gotta sit in the hot seat.
Director and Curator Rhonda.
Cody must be busy. Cody must be busy.
Try to give us a real quick update.
Stuff going on?
Otherwise, he was gonna be here, but he's on
okay.
duty.
Okay.
Okay, the McLean County Museum is having a new, it's not a new roof, but they're having the roof fixed for the leak. And we were wondering if the city would like to make, help us out with this.
You'd like a donation, is what you're
Yes,
saying?
a donation.
You're looking, because it's McLean County, my understanding is you're looking at the other communities also?
Yes.
Okay.
We have sent out letters, we've done the newspapers, and, yeah, I've looked other places.
Is it expensive to, fix that roof?
Yes, it was in here.
$83,323.
And that's not even a new roof?
That is not a new roof, that is a sealant with a rubberization, kinda like what they did on the captain's cabin and Hawkins building.
Holy crap, that's expensive.
Big roof?
Yeah, I know, but
That's a lot of
holy
roof.
crap, that's a lot of money.
They've been pressure washing since 10 o'clock this morning, I don't know if they're still there or not.
That coating is really expensive.
Is it?
Yeah, I think, it's kinda like the same thing they put on the Memorial Hall floor, kind of. You know, to seal up that floor before you put the new floor on. You know, the Legion did that.
Mm-hmm, I know.
Forgot to put it on silent, right?
Yes.
Comments from the commission? I think it would be, a nice gesture if we would, you know, support this, you know,
Right.
in some form. And I don't think we have a lot of money to put into it, but, I think, you know, it's a valuable asset to have in town. I would recommend a donation from sales and use tax, and it does fall under the qualifications for that, of $5,000. Would be my
How does
motion.
that sound, Rhonda?
Yeah, my motion.
That sounds good.
You said five? That's a motion.
That's my motion.
Okay.
I'll second.
Discussion.
No, I don't, because it is a McLean County museum, so I appreciate the fact that the more people that get involved, the better off we are as a McLean County museum versus city museum, so.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that.
Anybody else? Tim?
Yes. Yep.
Yes.
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 Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Rhonda.
Special Assessment Assistant Program Applications. Chelsea.
Okay. So every year we have, the Special Assessment Assistance Program is for those, that need help with paying their special assessments. It only works for water and sewer special assessments on there, and you have to fall within the guidelines of, with your household median income that I take off of the HUD website, and it changes every year. So this year, all the applications that we got in that I did put in here, so it's $2,495.71 that the city would be responsible for paying for to help out the residents this year who submitted an application.
We've done that every year, something similar, correct?
Correct, yep.
Yep.
And we put money back, we moved money again into this fund a couple of years back, so there's adequate money in there to cover this.
Okay.
Do you know what our fund balance is on that?
I knew you'd ask that question.
Yeah.
So as a matter of fact, $28,117.19.
That's after this or before this?
That is before,
Okay.
yeah. So it'll take it down to roughly
Yeah.
25.
So you, you might have mentioned, this is only for water and sewer, not for streets. Right? Did you mention, I can't remember.
I did,
Yes,
yes.
yes,
You
yes.
can only apply for it for water and sewer.
Yeah.
And anybody can apply, you just have to submit all the applications. Not anymore, you can't. The deadline is September 30th, but for next year, if anybody has struggles meeting that, you just have to, all the supporting documentation.
This is based on your income?
And it's based on your income, yep. And then it
Yeah.
goes off water and sewer special, so.
So how much do we pay on do we pay the whole water bill then, or?
If you qualify, it's 30%, 60%, or 100%. And that is determined off your household income and how many people are living in there. And I have a whole big spreadsheet that I have to plug all that information into. And then, so like some of this you can see 100% payout, 75% payout, or 50% payout.
Right.
I make a motion, we approve it?
Second?
Tim?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. One of the nice perks that Washburn has set up.
Yep. For those that need it.
City of Washburn Park Board Land Clarification
Okay.
Doctor.
So anyway, I'm not gonna go over all this, but,
This is that handout that you gave?
yep, this handout I gave.
Gotcha.
Last summer, when Aaron was doing the surveying of the property, as you can see, the date is July 5th there. So then from there, we turned it over to David Lindell at his request, to make sure that all the legalities of it were proper here. But it appears that the land in question down by the ballpark already belongs to the park board. I just highlighted these two paragraphs because the rest of it is just old documentation. And I know how old I am because 1948, I remember Hazel and Albert Chesworth, I remember Olaf Lee, so Larry and I guess have been around for a while. But anyway, those were all just transfers there, but I'll just read this paragraph here that says, "As I was preparing the plot of the proposed ballpark addition today, I dug deeper into the land records today to make appropriate deed references on the plot. Based on my review, I'm not seeing where the city owns the area in question, and instead it appears to be the park board already owns the land. Also, it appears the GIS map is incorrect." And then he has a summary. And then on the back here, he said, "I've attached all the documentation references in this correspondence." Sorry, Chelsea,
That's okay.
if you want a copy.
Oh,
Sorry about that. We're on page 3 now, so.
thank you.
"I've attached all the documentation referenced in this correspondence. Please keep in mind that I'm not an attorney or an abstractor, so this correspondence is not to be construed as a complete title search of any sort of final opinion, but should instead assist you and the others with investigating the title status of the land in question. I would encourage you to discuss this with Dave and Dwayne Cannell, title company, to verify what I found, all the pertinent documents, and then my analysis is correct. Please let me know if you have any questions or need anything else from me. If any additional documentation is found, please send me a copy of what I found." So anyway, at that point, it was given over to our city attorney, David Lindell, and he concurred, unless you wanted to really dig up every stone possible, that the property on page 4, I wrote on the bottom of the pages, the property in question right here, GIS said that this here was city property, when for everything that Aaron can find, it actually does belong to the park board. In 1976, if you see in that third page there, when the park board gave the property for the water treatment plant to be put in there, so, and it doesn't look like there's been anything else since then. So anyway, it appears that that property does belong to the park board. And then, if you go to page 5 and 6, and the page numbers are written on the bottom, if you go to page 5 and 6, and you go down to the paragraph right here, when it talks about the 732 feet and the 541 feet, they are on this map number 5, and they would be this Riverside Park parcel here and Riverside Park parcel there. That in 1956, that was deeded over by the city to the park board. So there are street easements through here. Missouri Avenue has not been vacated, which contains most of the walking trail. Of course, the street easement going through there, but it looks like park board property extends down and all the way pretty much to that substation there, according to this municipal deed number 6. And then it goes on further to state down in the bottom, it says, "It is the expressed understood by the parties hereto that the above described premises shall be used solely for park purposes. On the failure of the party of the second part to do so, the said property, it shall revert back to the grantors," which was the city of Washburn at that time. So if you look at what I've highlighted there, lots 18, 19, 20, 21, block 11, which would be where the tree pile is.
On page 7 there.
On page 7, thank you, Larry.
Yep.
Lots 1 and 2, block 17 are the ones that are just up in here, because this is still an avenue through there. So David said it looks like it actually makes it quite simple, to whereas they already own this property, and he said the city can simply just exercise their option here, because it's never been used for park purposes, to quick deed this here and get it back to the city. So I guess if this is okay with you guys, my request is that I would have permission to take this to the park board on Wednesday night. I've already, given them copies of this and told them I needed to get permission from the city to come and represent the city to, basically see if they're okay with this. They already have that property, like David said, you can simply just get their permission, or you can exercise your option to take this back. And the ones I talked to didn't have any problem with getting this done, but we need to make it official, so I would look for, if you guys are okay with this, I would look for a motion to go and represent the city, with this presentation, and to move forward with getting that stuff right on GS and this year.
I'll make a motion that he does that.
So,
We'll have to figure out how to write that.
right, yeah. I guess I would look for, well, first of all, I think we should get a motion that this is okay with, approved by you guys to proceed with this, as David has given us his opinion on. I think would probably be right. And then the second motion would be for permission to represent the city before the park board.
Let me get you to rescind your first motion. You
Yeah.
already made a motion, so you can say.
Right, I'll make another motion to.
No, you just say I rescind my motion.
Okay,
Okay,
Right.
you gotta say it though, I can't say it.
I'll rescind my
Okay.
motion.
Yeah,
I'm
so,
sorry.
Okay,
so,
so the first we know, is everybody fine with this?
right, that'd be the first thing.
So just to clarify, put it simply, I guess, we traded them the Ball Diamond, which we did not own, for a tree pile, which they kind of own, but because it's not a park, we own it, because it's not being used for the.
We
for the
can
everyone.
exercise them. But David said in order to do a quick deed, it would be less muddy waters if you could get approval from the commission, go to them, get their approval to, yeah, we want this agreement, and then he would quick deed the properties.
Well, it has to be in the minutes.
Has to be in the minutes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm. And then I was just trying to get like exactly,
Well, yeah.
simply what we're doing, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, the one over there, there's really no action to be taken because they own that property.
Mhm.
You know, so there's no action to be taken on the park, on the ballpark, and that's already park board property. The only thing,
Except the GIS.
the only thing would be so that they can get, so that David can go through the process to get it registered properly on GIS,
Mhm.
would be the only thing.
Mhm.
You know, it's already there. This over here technically is our property. We can exercise an option that the agreement was not fulfilled. David said it's not an all or nothing thing. If they use this for park property, you know, they've fulfilled that. This hasn't been, so you can exercise your option to bring that back.
Mhm.
But it said it would be cleaner, you know, to have both parties agree on this.
Now, you said we had to get a transfer of deed from that
It's
to
a
get
quick,
that property back?
it's a quick claim title.
That's quick claim title,
Yeah.
okay.
I'll make a motion to accept these documents as presented.
Okay. Second.
Second?
Yeah, that'd be a good way to put it.
Okay, any more discussion on that? Tim?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, yes. And
Thanks
then
for, I was kinda struggling for the
Yeah.
right term there, so.
it
appreciate
just popped in my head.
Yeah.
Anyway, then I will make a motion to, have Tim represent the city, at the park board meeting, to explain this to them and,
Look for
ask
approval.
them to, grant approval for this
Right.
also.
Yep.
Second?
Further discussion? Tim?
Yes,
Yes. Yes.
and they meet at 5:15 on Wednesday, so,
Okay.
their new meeting dates.
Yeah, it's just one more way to straighten everything out. There's a mess all over town.
Yep, so,
Figured it had to.
Perfect. Thank you for all the work you've done on that, Tim.
yep, you're welcome.
Great. Let Chelsea write for a minute here.
Yeah, that makes sense to you, Chelsea?
Yeah,
You'll be
thank you
in-
for your clarification on that. That kinda just worded it better, so.
Yeah, I have to boil it down, 'cause it's too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, and I-
it's simple, yeah.
I
That was a
probably-
good way you said that.
I probably didn't do the greatest job explaining.
I always tell
it.
him he has a good way of words,
Yep.
of how he words things for me too.
Yeah, thanks, Keith. And Larry.
Okay, 3M settlement, Chelsea?
Okay. I'll just, so I don't mess this up. The 3M settlement came because there are chemicals that were used in certain things created by companies that are toxic, and they never really were broken down. So they're known as forever chemicals. Over time, they were used widely, I guess, and the chemicals are now found in drinking water. It's been almost guaranteed that there will be new water regulations around them. companies have been sued, and so they came to a settlement that will pay for water treatment techniques for affected water. We have been tested for it, and we have been tested positive for it. So if we sign on for the settlement and there's future required treatment for this, we are covered. If we don't, we're forced to pay for everything ourselves. So we're protecting ourselves of any future requirements that are gonna go against this.
It's like an insurance policy.
Yes,
And this is no cost to us, correct?
correct. It's just, yeah, kind of a, I mean, I don't know, yeah.
It's a win-win.
Yep. I would move that we would,
Second?
to approve that.
Hey, we have a second and a motion. Discussion, anyone? This is,
Is this anything to show to Lindell, or just as this
no,
is?
it's just, it basically says, we're in the loop, so if future regulations require it, then we're already in the loop too.
We're protected.
Yeah, and there's been
So, yeah.
a couple different lawsuits already out there, and we've looked into them, and we have tested for it, and we have tested positive for a couple of these things. So if there's, yeah, like, I asked Adam, I said, okay, I need clarification for this meeting again. Any future water regulations that come down, and if we don't do it, we're gonna be forced to do any future
It could cost us
requirements,
big
yeah,
bucks.
that we're gonna have to fork out and pay for ourselves, because we knew about it and took no action.
Gotcha. So we still could get money out of it, couldn't we?
Well, and if there's cost for it, I guess we could get help.
Yeah, we wouldn't actually get dollars, we
Right,
would get,
we would get assistance.
If
or
there's-
they reimburse us.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a motion second. Tim?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Don, you're speaking out of turn.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Don
so-
did say yes.
I'm so excited.
I
He thinks he's at an auction.
know. He wants to be the first one. Sewer cameras. Rob.
Adam talked to Don and I when we had and Chelsea, when we had our meeting when we were looking at water rates, and the sewer camera we have is not quite reel to reel, that old, but it's pretty close.
It's getting old, it's been around a long time.
Yeah, it served us well. So anyway, we're in need of a new camera. So this is a camera reel and a new camera. And this is the one, and you can help me out here, Chelsea, that they have done the research on and found out in visiting with others that has worked out the best for them. So.
It comes highly recommended.
Yeah, and we have very sufficient funds in our sewer fund to be able to pay for this. It would come out of that, correct?
It will come out of the sewer
Correct.
fund, yep, and we
Yeah.
do have adequate funds to pay
Right.
for it.
Yeah.
The longevity of it is there. People have had really good results with it. It will last. So instead of trying to go buy something a little bit cheaper and having to get a different one.
Yeah.
And this here, you can, like, look at your phone and everything, right, and all that? and-
Yes,
Yep.
And pass it down.
and record.
USB, right, yeah, record. Who's selling this, do you know? Is it, like?
Adam pulled this one off Acme.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, capture the video directly to a USB drive. Wow, that'd be nice. Wow, nice.
So, I guess with that, I would recommend a purchase of that, and I'll put that in a motion.
I'll second it.
Discussion? Tim?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Arnston, Stewart, Wagner, resolution.
This B and B loan revised schedule just has to be signed, that settlement resolution. Do I have to read the whole thing? I guess I suppose I better.
You have to.
Okay. Whereas the city supplemental resolution, whereas the city of Washburn, North Dakota, the city issued its $3.090 million definitive improvement warrant series 2023 pursuant to a resolution adopted on April 10th, 2023, and whereas the city desires to amend the original resolution to provide for interest only payments on the warrant until May 1st of 2025, and whereas the consent of the Bank of North Dakota as purchaser of the warrant, the city hereby amends and supplements the original resolution as set forth herein. Now therefore, be it resolved by the city as follows. Original resolution section 1.05 is amended and restated in relevant part as follows. Improvement Street Replacement District number 2022-1. Its repayment period of 20 years. The first year for the levy will be 2024, with the first year of collection in 2025. The original resolution section 5.01 is amended and restated in relevant part as follows. The principal and interest account shall be applied as to principal commencing May 1, 2025, and annually thereafter to and including May 1, 2044. Interest shall be payable on each May 1 and November 1, commencing November 1, 2023. Dated October 9th, 2023. So we have to sign this because our first payment is being pushed back a year with the street project, and special's not being done. The final bond amount we'll have then before we special it. So.
Any idea what the interest payment would be? Because we got one coming up like soon.
No.
Okay. Because we got the first one November 1st of this year.
This is 2%, I guess, on the next one, so I don't know what the exact amount
Yeah. So
And,
that would be.
oh, I see what you're saying, and then we're not gonna be borrowing the whole $3 million.
no. And I wonder if it's actually on.
We'll probably be closer to $2 million.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it makes sense,
But we have to push this back
yeah.
because we don't have our specials ready to special out.
I'll make a motion to accept the resolution.
Second.
Further discussion? Tim?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. 2024
Who
water rate?
seconded that?
What?
Thank you.
The, that was about 120,000 that was coming off the water.
Correct.
Right, okay, thank you. Okay, so for water rates for next year, we, sewer fund's doing really well, not to play on words, but the water fund is trying to keep its head above water, so anyway, thank you. But anyway, so we have recommended that we go to a base rate increase of 50 cents from 40.45 to 40.95. And then we look at an overage of, it was .0005, and we recommend going to .0065 for an overage, and that would be, also McLean Sheridan would be .0065. Those would be reflective on both residential and commercial. Water salesmen would be at 2 cents per gallon. This will give us sufficient funds to keep us where we want to be. We have a debt service of $120,000 that will be coming off in '24. That was for the water treatment plant refurbishing, whatever you want to call it. So that, that's why we're only going this much to get us to that point. So when that 120 comes off, that'll help out the water fund too, because that's coming out of there. So a slight increase to just keep us where we want to be, and then when the debt service comes off in '24, everything can be looked at again. This has been passed on to McLean Sheridan, so they're aware of it. The McLean Sheridan share of repairs and stuff like that goes with the percentage of water that they use. I think it's 13% now, approximately.
Well, they've been at a standard 10%, but it's been fluctuating where they're using more than 10%. So we're going to look at increasing theirs anywhere between that 10 to 15%, and what they've been using lately has been that 13%.
Okay.
So we'll look at it again at the end of the year, and then, because they pay a share up front, we'll invoice them for the major repairs, and they'll pay a percentage of that up front. It has been 10%, but right now what they're using is 13%. and they'll look, so any big repairs, purchases, they'll pay that upfront, that 13%,
And
if
it'll
it
be,
sits there.
like, the following year will be based on their percentage from the year before.
Right.
And
Correct.
it could change every year.
Right,
Yep.
yep,
Yeah.
so that would
It goes by
fluctuate.
percentage of the water usage.
Right,
Yep.
so, for their cost share.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I see under here, unless it's a typo, you got commercial water base rate at 40.45, not 40.95.
Yeah, that was a typo. Chelsea did send that
Yeah,
one out.
I emailed out new ones,
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, and then the total would be 60.45.
Yep.
Yeah, and then you would just bring down the gallonage over 2,000 down behind the commercial also.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, so the gallonage use, over usage would be brought down into the.
Oh,
commercial.
yeah, right, yeah, exactly, yeah.
So that is our recommendation,
That water fund needs to be a little more self-sustaining though.
Yep.
Sure. Let's see. Yeah, I motion to approve these proposed changes based upon the water portfolio's recommendation.
Second, perfect.
Tim?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so, we're going to move that, Butler land to right now, you have something here, so Tim noticed the other day that, he has a for sale sign on that building just south there, and, boy, this would be one heck of an addition to the city of Washburn, if, we would get that. We are running out of room in our compound, we barely have any room back here now, the way it is. So it would basically be 125 by 150 feet. I think this would be just kind of like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity if we could pick this up, okay? He wants quite a bit of money for it, which we're not gonna pay. But he told me he wanted $150,000 for it.
Well,
But I would suggest we do a written offer of $50,000. And the benefit to us, I think, would be worth that. I mean, it's location, That would be my recommendation, but what's everybody think?
This is that old blacksmith shop.
Right, and the property in question does not have sewer access, there's no water, there's no sewer there, so.
could we put water in there?
We don't need water, we don't need water there, so, but I'm just saying, for someone else, there is no
Okay.
water, there is no
Okay.
sewer there,
Right.
so.
It'd be very expensive to get it there.
Right,
Yeah.
yep.
What would it cost to deal with that building?
I think,
What would it cost to deal with that building?
well, I think it would probably be tore down. I mean, it's pretty old.
Yeah. What would that cost to it?
Roll-offs, or whatever.
A lot of it is rock and brick, and,
Yeah.
it was put up with rock and brick and mortar, so there's very little actual wood structure to it.
We could put it into the
What?
historical records.
It's the old ice house, built by something Wall.
the old
Rick
blacksmith
Wall's
shop.
mother, dad.
Yeah, it was,
Still blacksmith shop.
it was actually a dairy barn too.
A dairy barn?
Yep.
It wasn't big enough, was it?
Wasn't very big.
Anyway, we're getting off topic.
That's right.
Anyway, so I don't know, what do people think? I mean, boy, this is like, probably, it's an opportunity, I think we're gonna get again.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, make it expand, like even just other town services or whatever is back there.
Even if we have to put up another building, that'd be perfect.
Well, if we ever wanna put up another building,
Right.
that would be the place to do
I
it.
make a motion that we, offer them $50,000.
Okay, a written offer.
Written.
Okay.
I'll second that.
Okay, any other discussion? Tim?
Yes.
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 Yes. Okay. I will, tomorrow, Chelsea and I will come up with something and we'll get it done. Perfect. Eric, you might as well come to the table, with the rest of them involve you. Bechtold time
A little bit low for that.
extension request.
Yes.
Bechtold is asking for a substantial completion work on the contract till October 22nd, 2023. Originally, they were asking to the 15th, and I suggested at our construction meeting, they might just mind go another week. And I think that, in my opinion, they've been trying. So I would recommend that I will make a motion that we, grant the extended request.
I'll second that. That's to the 20th, correct?
22nd.
22nd. And that's substantial completion.
If they would need more time, we still could fill the extra time, correct?
Yeah, we can always add more if we need to. So, any other questions? Tim?
Yes.
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 Yes. Okay, Bechtold contractor payment request number 4.
I know.
Yeah, pay app 4. So I have give you guys my written report too. Pay app 4, it's, covering mostly paving. So it's a large pay app. Remaining mobilization, subgrade prep, installation of fabric, aggregate base, and asphalt pavement. I recommend commission approval in the amount of $591,884.47. Like I say, that's largely due to the amount of asphalt that was paved this last time frame, so.
I make a motion, we approve it.
Second?
Questions? Tim?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. B&D loan, request number 5.
Yes, so D&D loan request 5, that's gonna cover, A2S invoices and the, pay application that we just discussed. I recommend commission approval in the amount of $629,240.67 for your next full and draw.
I make a motion, we approve it.
I'll second that.
Discussion? Tim?
Yes.
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 Yes. So what, is our total to date, payout, or reimbursement request is $1,916,000, is that $1,000,000?
That sounds correct, yeah.
$1,916,000, yeah, okay.
That's how much you guys have
So
borrowed
far.
so far
So
on your,
far.
on your loan. Yep, in your statement earlier that you said, Larry, it's gonna be around $2 million.
Yeah. You're pretty
We'll
close.
see when we get final quantities,
Yeah.
and if we go and dip into contingencies at all, but it'll be pretty close to that.
Yeah.
So, we're almost there. We have some curb and gutter that needs to be, done, so if you want me to go into the project update a little bit, or is there?
Yeah, feel free,
Okay.
you're right here now.
So, yeah, we're almost done. The south end of Linden Lane is the last piece that we have to get finished up. There's curb and gutter that has to be finished on each side of the road. But the road looks nice and wide compared to what it used to be, and, the contractor was looking at paving the curb and gutter tomorrow. So hopefully that happens, if they have everything ready to go. I was actually gonna go up there and check it out here if it's not dark.
I was
before
up
the
there
meeting.
today, and I think they got it ready on Friday.
Okay, so, yeah,
I don't know what the softness is,
yeah,
but.
they had their string line set and everything, and they have the curb machine, so once we get that curb machine going, it's gonna be real quick.
Yep.
There's a couple of driveways they gotta do, but, if they get the, curb done tomorrow, it's Tuesday tomorrow, it's possible they could even pave by Friday or Saturday. We'll see, I guess, what their plan is. So, hopefully we can get most of everything wrapped up this week, so that's looking good. But yeah, as we already discussed with the time extension, progress has been very slow just because of how wet we've had it this summer and into this fall now, so, thanks for the approval of that, time extension. With that too, I was gonna give you guys a little update on our end. I know that we had planned to be substantially complete by September 15th. Jack's been out here pretty diligently working on the project, and I was hoping to get, approval from the commission for him to be out here a couple extra days. We were right at our budget for construction for A2S, so, what I would have liked to do is to get, about another 24 hours for Jack to be out here, it's about 3 more working days. We're just right at that point, so, we can, probably work with what we have, but I wanted to just be honest with you and upfront with you guys that we're right at our budget as well. And with the delays in the weather and stuff, it hasn't helped us in trying to manage that, but,
I know a lot of times when you do, like engineering, you go so much not to exceed this amount.
Yeah.
Does that play into this?
Well,
Well,
for,
I'm
con-
asking, you
for
know.
construction, no, you absolutely can ask. For construction, that's an hourly. So our construction budget, it's an estimate. Our, design and bidding typically is always that, you know, set amount, and we're not gonna go beyond that.
Yeah, okay.
Construction is tougher, just because in the nature of construction, you never know, you can't control the budget always, exactly. And you can have delays, so that's the reason, I guess. So, you know, what I would be looking for Jack is 3 additional days. And with his time and expenses, it's about $3,500 for him to be out here. And that I'm pretty confident that he wouldn't need any more beyond 3 days, as long as we have decent weather to finish this out.
And that would come out of the,
Contingency.
the loan that we're taking too then?
Yeah, it would be added onto the loan. Yep. And like I say, we do have 10% contingencies on the loan, and I really don't see us going beyond
Okay.
that.
I would
I'd be
hope not.
very surprised if we went beyond that, so everything would still remain within the project budget. This is one of those things that, like I said, it's an uncomfortable thing to have the conversation, but I wanted to be upfront and honest with you guys of where we're at on our end too. Yeah, we're shooting for September 15th, and we're gonna probably end up being about a month past that, so that's kinda where that comes.
That's not that bad though, really, on a project that big.
Well, I mean,
It's all weather. It's
yeah.
all weather.
It's all weather, yeah.
So I'll make a motion to, extend the, 24 hours for the, A2S, contract.
I'll second it,
Jim?
Yep. Yes.
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 Thank you.
Yep.
Okay.
Anybody have any questions on any of this stuff for Eric? I mean, like the payments and all that stuff? No questions?
I guess just a quick comment regarding, the extension. We were pretty adamant about having on-site representation. Thank you for getting that for us, so obviously
Yeah.
we were part of that. So that was my one comment on that.
Very good.
And especially with the curb and gutter and all that's going in right now, I think it's great to have Jack up there,
Right.
so.
Yeah, and from all the comments that I've heard, both from people in this room and from residents, in town, he's been doing a great job, so I, wanna give him kudos there, and we have been working really hard to making sure that he's there when he needs to be, and if he doesn't need to be there, to not have him there, so, you know, so that's, he's been very flexible to work with the contractor, which is something we absolutely appreciate of our field staff.
And Bechtel's been doing a good job too.
Yeah, I mean, there's some things that have been really good, and some things I would say that haven't been the best, but, you know, the thing that I can always say is that we've got really good bid prices for this project too, so I still feel good. Even though we've had tougher times with construction with the wet weather, I still feel pretty good about getting the project and the product that we have, with the price that we've gotten it for.
And the streets really look good over there,
Yeah.
really good.
I did get a call from Rod Kennedy today asking when his driveway would be done, so.
Okay.
I said, it should be this week, so.
Yeah, if they're gonna be back in town
Yeah.
tomorrow, if they'll do the curb, maybe they can get that done tomorrow too, but it would be this week they'll get it done.
Yeah, they should, I
If
told
they
them.
don't get it
should
done
be this
tomorrow,
week.
it should be Wednesday, so.
Yeah,
Or Rod and
Yeah.
Rod and Nancy must be back, huh?
yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, but thank you again for that. And I think I have it on here, Special Assessment Commission updates. They're waiting to meet until after the project's completed, so we can get a more accurate assessment of the total project cost.
Yep.
So we'll have that here in the next month too. Talking to Tim a little bit, before the meeting too, on the wastewater lagoon stuff, 'cause he had asked me. I have in here that we're still working on developing our options. We're having a hell of a time getting, the vendors to get us pricing on the different, options we have we're looking at 3 different options for new aerating equipment, for the lagoons. So we're working through that, and then right now in preliminary phase of what to present to you guys on the screening options for the manhole in front of the aerator, so the aeration lagoon, so we can try to keep the ragging to a minimum, so the equipment that we put in there isn't getting damaged or not working properly
Right.
on that aerated lagoon, so. But, I will, as soon as I get something on that, better than what this was, I'll let you guys know on an update, so. I think that's all I got for you guys.
Great, thank you.
Thanks, Eric.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Portfolios, Mr. Doctor.
The only thing I have is that our sewer jet machine is, well, you'd know more about it, how old it is, but it's 40 plus.
It's pretty old.
Yeah, and it's powered by an old 140 Ford Industrial, which is really tired. And so they had looked at a repower, but my issue with that is if you spend a lot of money on a repower, you still got an old sewer jet machine. So the sewer jet machine originally was on a trailer that was mounted on this truck, so Adam is looking into not purchasing a truck, but looking at getting some prices on purchasing a sewer jet machine. We would mount it on the same truck. The truck works perfect. It handles the weight, all that type of thing. So that's just from an informational standpoint, that it is something that is much needed. It's one of those things that may sit for weeks, and then all of a sudden, in the middle of the night, somebody's flooding, and you gotta go clean the sewer out.
When you need it, you need it.
You need it bad, so anyway, he's looking at prices. He'll be back Thursday.
You will be
So-
back in the office Thursday.
Yeah, so hopefully by next November meeting, we will have some type of information of how to proceed, and Eric also was gonna see if he knew of any ones that were better than the other type of thing for us too, so.
Yeah.
So between him and Adam and Don and I, we're gonna try and come up with something for November to
All right.
bring about, at least for information.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jane?
So,
The only thing I got is up by the highway, there's a couple lights that probably need to be addressed, so.
Okay, we'll look at those.
The super pumper?
Super pumper, and then that was flashing, and then there's one up on the top of Seventh that's out completely.
yeah, and then there's one by
Seventh
the
is
school
out
too.
completely.
And then,
Okay.
yeah, halfway up Seventh, so.
All right, we'll look at them, get something going on that, so. Is that it?
Yep, for me, yep.
Keith?
I guess I should have wrote her name down, but the generous donation of the AED at the library,
Yeah.
that you talked to, just thanking them, I guess. Who was it that donated that?
Oh, it was McLean County, it was Noel Crow.
Okay, so thank you, Noel Kroll, for donating the AED to the library. I really appreciate that. It's a
Yeah.
benefit to the community, and beyond that, for streets, we've had quite a few people talking about the different dirt roads and that sort of thing. I've gone on site a few things, and I've been, yep, that's a road, so we've kind of discussed that with all the rain. It's been very unfriendly with dirt roads, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
So our city crews and staff are doing everything that they can, and if there's any other concerns, contact myself or Larry, and we'd be happy to hear them.
Or the office.
Or the office.
Thank you.
Is that it?
That's all.
Don?
Nothing.
Okay, I think the airport closed on that land, I believe. And I think they're waiting to find out what kind of funding is available, before anything gets split off. More on that as I hear more. Tim and I did go down and meet at the governor's office with, the Red River Valley Water Supply people, Tony, the lieutenant governor, and a couple other people. They're working on different funding sources for us to connect to the Red River Valley Water Supply Project, intake out here. We're just kinda waiting, right now, it's a waiting game right now, they're, trying to find out what Rainbow wants to do out there. Hopefully, within the next month or two, we should find out more, and then we'll let you know more as it comes.
Right, yeah,
So I don't think I missed anything on that, did I?
no,
So, it was a very good meeting, though.
yep,
It's a very good meeting.
very positive, so.
Yeah, that's all I have. Sophie?
Just a couple reminders that there is no open walk. There probably will be none until after the first of the year, with the floor being redone. A couple of people have asked about that, so just as a reminder, the hall will not be opened. Any trailers, campers, boats, anything needs to be off the streets. October 15th is on Sunday, so those will have to be off the streets until the spring year. Building permits do need to be filled out. If you are in question if you need a building permit, please call the office before you do any work and ask about a 811 if call needs to go in for that too, or one call. We'll be happy to tell you if you need a building permit. Even if it costs no money, they still need to be filed with the office, because that's what we forward on to the county as well of any work that has been done within the city. I'll have more probably for next meeting, but if the access channel is probably going to be going away. We're probably looking at switching our service here, and we've asked questions if anybody uses the access channel. We've had nobody comment on it and say that they're watching it. I know maybe a couple people use it, so that might be a thing of the past,
Right.
so.
I know it's been off for weeks and weeks.
It was off for a week.
Nobody even called.
Yeah.
And it was turned back on, and then it was stuck on just that one of just the access channel. We have different forms of communication now with the app that we can push notifications out. With our new website, you can subscribe to. There's always Facebook in different ways of trying to get information out, so the access channel might be bye-bye.
Right. That would give us different options for internet service too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Was the big thing, so.
I have a question on the Memorial Hall floor. Do they have any idea when they're gonna start with the new floor?
Bruce had sent a text today. I should have brought that up. Thank you, Larry.
No, because I've heard 2 different dates, and now I don't know, is there not coming today?
Says the contractor will start subfloor tomorrow and a truck coming later this week
Oh,
with
wow.
vehicle flooring.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
I forgot to bring that up, sorry. I plan on being, he's gonna be around, so it sounds like it starts tomorrow.
Okay.
Nice, good.
Thanks for asking.
Because
I missed that.
Bruce
so-
had came in too, and I guess just so it's aware, I am just gonna give the contractor a key. That way he can get in and out, has no issues with the key cards.
Right.
When he wants to work, he can be in there to work. I don't,
Right.
sometimes
That makes
there's issues with him, so.
Have them sign for it.
Yeah, and I told Bruce that too. I said that way when, if he wants to work, I'd rather him being able to get in there at any time of the day if they're coming up here to work, so,
Yeah, Good
I
idea.
agree.
okay.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah.
Missed that.
Anything else,
Nope, I think that's all I have.
Don?
I forgot something.
Too late. No.
Okay. If we have 4-H coming in to use the hall downstairs, should we be putting a sign on that stairs saying not to go up to the gym floor because they'll be working on it or something? You know what I mean?
Maybe put a couple cones there or something.
Can we do something like that?
Yeah,
Not a bad idea.
Wouldn't be a
Paul,
bad
to
idea.
restrict that area.
Right, that's what I'm thinking.
Put
people like to go and look.
Put some caution tape out there or something.
Yep.
Be fun. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, good idea,
Very
Don.
Okay, bills.
For the bills, do you wanna just include there whoever motions to pay with the approval of, I'll add the payment to, McLean County, Museum for the 5,000. I'll get that added tomorrow. It's not in there currently, but just so it's in their approval.
Yes, we'll make a motion to add that to the, well, I don't have to make a motion because we haven't approved bills yet.
Yeah.
We are going to add a $5,000 payment to the McLean County with, out of sales and use to the bills. So now we get a motion to pay bills.
A motion to pay bills.
Second.
Jim?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, next meeting, November 13th. Everybody have a great day. It is 7:33. Meeting adjourned. Thank you,
Pretty
everyone.
fast.
I love these meetings.
I love them fast too. My football team's on TV tonight, so I'm gonna watch them.
Butler is selling
Here?
the Icons building.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's selling the creamery building.
10 months.
Yeah, we were
10
telling
dash.
us,
Ten,
a
nine.
couple months ago, applying for a grant through Washburn Light.
I was gonna ask
But
Do we need to do this one, right?
And that's what I said, and I was like,
I'll give
is
it to
it
Chelsea
any,
for her signature.
you got it, the approval.
I'll get that for you guys.
No, there's another reason for that.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So where does Jack usually work, in Bismarck?
It was a lot of.
He's
because
impartial
it's so-
today.